Non-governmental responses in Bangladesh. Golbari, floating gardens and raised homes. Golbari is an agricultural village just outside of Dhaka. Annual floods brought by the monsoon deposit a rich layer of alluvial soil on the fields. Frequency and intensity of flooding has increased, and earth embankments mean that the area is waterlogged for half the year. This disrupts agriculture, transport links and basic services such as healthcare and drinking water. A local women's cooperative has successfully addressed the issues brought by the floods. The village has a collective for their savings, which is used to provide small loans to the women in the village. Loans are used to buy assets to improve future income, for example, livestock. Strategies to adapt to the floods include that houses were raised by 1.2 metres above the floodwaters. Floating beds of hyacinths are used as a base on which to grow vegetables. The beds rise and fall with the floodwaters. Long-term solutions are needed to make sure that children can get to school during the floods, improve access to other services such as drinking water and healthcare, and diversify the economic base so that families are not so dependent on farming. Address other issues non-climate change related that are to do with development. The NGOs active in this project are the Bangladesh Centre for Advanced Studies, the Christian Commission for Development in Bangladesh, and Norwegian Church Aid. The World Bank has also invested significant amounts of money in climate change mitigation and adaptation in Bangladesh. There is a link there to go to Bangladesh building resilience to climate change. There's a graph here that says annual climate expenditure. So in 2010, it was 1.08 billion US dollars. In 2014, that rose to 1.81 billion US dollars. The percentage, let me just close that. Climate expenditure in 2014, 80% of it went to adaptation strategies and 20% of it went to mitigation strategies. Okay. All right, there's a little concept thing here that says Bangladesh has to adapt to the effects of global climate change. Despite its vulnerabilities in terms of the physical geography of the country and the density of its population, there are possibilities. National initiatives such as raising homes will enable people to live in areas suffering from sea level rise, whilst resources from external governments and non-governmental organisations will assist with the funding of other schemes to protect both the natural and human environment. This presents the following questions. To what extent does Bangladesh have the ability to cope, or will it always rely on external powerful organisations in order to adapt? Do high-income countries have a responsibility to ensure that Bangladesh is able to adapt? What is the most appropriate aid to make the most powerful impact on the people of Bangladesh? Okay, there's also a couple of links in here which I'll send you to YouTube clips. There's one on how global climate change is already devastating Bangladesh, and then there is another one up here about companies pledging to fight climate change in the corporate responsibility bit. Let's just check and see. Oh yeah, and there's another one at the very top about how civil societies make a difference. So I'll put the links to those in your email as well. Okay.